This is Regina Harry, your motivational strategist in the house, and this is Embrace Life podcast. And with me today, I have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Tammy West, and I am from New Bern, North Carolina. And I'm so grateful to be here with Regina. Met her some years ago at the news station.
Mm-hmm.
So,
news station, some everywhere.
Life out, you know. But yeah, we're here today to speak on. I know myself, I've had some obstacles in my life, one being breast cancer. And I just like to enlighten everyone as to how I, after dealing with breast cancer, beating it, how I was able to reposition my life to excel and meet the goals that I have set forth for me for the future.
Of course, I'm so glad that you're able to give me some of your time. And you guys, our topic today is don't break down, break through, heal, build, and grow. So we're going to be talking about how she, went through her healing process, how she went under construction to rebuild, and how she, growing now. So tell us a little bit about, you said that you went on a journey of when you was dealing with breast cancer.
I was back in 2015. I was 35 years old. Financially stable, career-wise, good social life. Everything was just going great. Just no issues. Some people have little hurdles they have to deal with, but everything was going great. So, and just out of the blue one day, I had some physical changes with my body that I picked up on, and that's one thing I have to express, especially African American women, is if you have any changes with your body, please go get medical attention. So I had to change, which heightened my sense of, okay, let me get in tune with myself, let me see what's going on, let me call my doctor. Surely enough, my intuition was right. After a series of biopsies and 3D mammograms and every type of test you can think to rule out cancer, I in fact had breast cancer. Not only did I have breast cancer, but I had it in both breasts.
Wow.
So right. It was a stage 0 in one breast and a stage 2 in another. So most people, when they hear that they have breast cancer, they automatically think death. But I was always thought to think life. I was taught, and, I'm a believer, and I relied heavily on my faith, my family, and just stayed positive throughout the trial. And lo and behold, did end up having a double mastectomy. Thankfully, it wasn't in my lips; those were clear. Excuse me, but I did have to take some hormonal medications that just pretty much threw me into menopause.
Wow.
At the age of 36. So, just going forward, had the reconstruction. I was dealing with my health, but once I got my health and once I got the coast was clear, I was like, okay, now it's time to live. So let's book that trip. Let's start that business. Let's learn to say no.
That part. That's my problem.
Let's eat even better. My cancer was estrogen positive, so it was hormonal. So my goal right then was to eliminate estrogen, like animal products. That anything with a mother probably had estrogen. It's something I removed. Just better health, better wealth. 'Cause without your health, you have no wealth. So, but yeah, just looking back, I know that is what set the pace for where I'm at now. And I just hit my 5-year anniversary last July, and so within those 5 years, I went deeper into my passion, which is real estate. And right now I am helping homeowners and helping new families looking for homes, and I'm helping those who are looking for affordable housing, find solutions to their issues. So
awesome. So if y'all looking for a house, look up, y'all. She gonna have a chance to let you know how to find her in a little bit. But you know, it's so you were celebrating 5 years of being cancer free, or
Yeah, so I was able to ring the bell last July.
oh, okay, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. That means that I did my 5 years of. They put you on. They call it a chemo pill.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, tamoxifen, letrozole. Those are the main two that a lot of people know about.
Okay.
So I had to take that for 5 years. Also an injection that, like I said, immediately would throw you into, a cycle where your body's not producing the cancer agents, the estrogen. My cancer was estrogen positive.
Yes.
So yeah, 5 years. A lot of people don't make it to that.
Yeah, you're right.
They may be cancer free a year, maybe 6 months, and then it comes back with a vengeance.
Wow.
I think staying positive and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
I put it behind me.
Right.
It's the catalyst to where I am now. It's like you got to chase your life. After you hear that you have cancer, or you, even if you have a history of breast cancer in your family, I know that shapes a lot of people's fears. It gives a lot of people anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate to say it's nothing to fear. It is something to fear, but I didn't fear it. It put me in go mode.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
Oh, you got cancer? Oh, really? I'll show you. It was that type of, I don't know.
So you automatically put on them boxing gloves.
Yeah, I was ready. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna show you how this is done.
I know that's right. Hey.
I'm like, so I know. Right before my surgery, they had Essence Festival, and they were trying to book it around that time. I said, no. I said, when do you think how long do you think I've had cancer? They was like, well, we really don't know. I said, so I may have had it last Christmas, all those other holidays and days I was happy. Like, yeah. I said, well, I'm going to go to Essence Festival. When I come back, I'm going to go on my vacation, enjoy my vacation. When I come back, we can do all the, navigating we need to do as far as reconstruction and mastectomy and, everything. So, my doctor just looking at me like, that's strange. Like, most people would be devastated. They'd be boo-hooing at the house. They'd be, you call on your pastor. I did tell people they put me on prayer list. I was on a few people prayer list.
But you know what? When stuff like that goes on, do you think when people receive news and stuff like that the depression mode sets in and probably takes them out quicker?
Yeah. Your mind plays a lot into your health, and into your, day to day. I know it was crazy how I got my diagnosis. I had started at a new OBGYN, and she was like, have you had your mammogram? I was like, well, yeah, I had some issues, and I'm just waiting on this last biopsy or something. She was like, oh, okay. Can you sign a release? I was like, sure. So I signed a release for her, and at the end of the appointment, she was like, well, we'll never call you unless you have a pap smear that's concerning, but this won't be bad for like another week. She was calling me within 24 hours. I was like, well, she told me I ain't no pap smear for another week. She was like, oh, I just want to let you know I reached out to your to the doctor who did your mammogram, and I asked him for your results. And she was like, do you want to know? I was on my lunch break. I was like, for her to call me.
Right.
After she said she would never call me unless it was something emergent related to my health. I just said, sure. She said, she taking a deep breath. She was like, I could feel her emotions through the phone. I was just like, oh, she about to tell me some stuff. So basically, she was like, your test is concerning for breast cancer, and you want me to read it? I said, sure, you can read it. And she said, she read it through, and then she said, she was like, I'm so sorry, like that type of thing. Well, like, you didn't do it. Like, no, like, okay. I said, well, I thank you, and I'll be in touch. And she, she would call and check on me. But I went to my follow-up appointment, and I told them, hey, I already know. What's the plan? And
that part.
Yeah, well, hey, I already know. Because the appointment was like three or 4 more days. What's the plan? What do I need to do? He was like, oh, well, let's see if we can get you in as soon as possible to, you know, they need to, remove the tissue and the mass. I said, okay. Followed through with that. Got it. They did another test. Still, cancer was present. I said, oh boy, we picked it up. I said, okay, what's the next plan?
Right.
He was like, we're gonna do another lumpectomy. I'm like, well, you've already done cut it in half. It ain't nothing left to cut. So
wow.
I said, I think I may want to do a mastectomy, a double mastectomy. They were like, are you sure? So they sent me to someone to get a, second opinion. And they were like, due to my age and childbearing years, I was like, I'm not worried about any of that. I'm worried about my health.
Right.
I don't want you guys to be cutting and then it's coming back. It's coming back with a vengeance. So I opted for the double mastectomy, and that way I was like, if they gone, I don't have to deal with it. But you still got to deal with it. So I still have to get annual follow-ups with my oncologist. She's great, Dr. Heather White here in Greenville. She's great, and just following up and just taking care of my health and your mental health, and just staying positive because time is short. Just on Earth, you can live to be 99 years old and you'll look back and say, "Oh, time just went by."
Tammy West would like to make you a free, no obligation offer. She would like to be the first person to see properties that may be less desirable, may not qualify for financing by bank, that may not be as attractive to even list on the market. They are not afraid of properties that need a lot of work. She also shows landlords how to maximize their rental income so that they can stop losing sleep dealing with bad tenants. She also shows busy professionals how to build passive income with real estate so they can retire a little sooner. She also helps families who don't know what to do with their inherited properties. She gives realtors free leads so they can earn more commission. Also help homeowners in foreclosures navigate the process so that they can preserve their credit score. She partners with other investors to close on off-market deals. Call her today. Let's figure out the best solution. She buys or refers you to one of the realtors on her team. Call her at 252-631-6015 or visit www.levelupbymyhouse.com.
So,
Man, and see, I had no idea that you were even going through any of that.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
You just never know.
I didn't even tell. I waited till after my niece was born to tell my brother and sister-in-law. Like, I was holding her, and I was like, "Y'all good?" And we were at the hospital. They were like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I got something to tell you."
Oh, wow.
I said, "Well, I was waiting till the baby came." I was like, "I have breast cancer and I'm having surgery." It was like, I think my little niece came along. They had a little carrier. I'm like, "I'm having surgery next week." They were like, "Wow, okay."
They know how to take it.
They were like,
"Wow,
how you feel about it?" I was like, "Hey, it is what it is. I got to do what I got to do." So, okay, so family support was there. You got to have family support.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about your support system.
Oh man, my friends were awesome. From going to appointments, going to surgeries with me, having meals for me, picking up medication, driving me places, just checking on me. They were phenomenal. I didn't tell everybody because a lot of times when you tell people you have cancer, you see the life.
Yeah, that somber look, and
I didn't need that.
right. Like you need some fighters around.
I convinced them like I'm gonna be all right.
Right.
And they were like, I don't know how you were able to deal with that because I would have fell to pieces. I'm like, I ain't had time to fall to pieces.
And that's what we have to realize, that's the part of healing, because you're not just healing in your body, but also in your mindset.
Right.
Because if your mindset is like going off the cliff, but your body's trying to heal, like something need to line up.
Something need to line up.
It need to line up.
And going through whatever you're going through, as far it could be, it could be other health issues, but you realize you can't tolerate a lot of inconsistent people,
Yeah.
the foolishness. You be like, you
And
know,
see, just like you said, time and stuff is short because, I'm looking at the accident rates and stuff. It seems like it's about 10, almost 20 accidents a day. That's whatever you need to do. Whoever we talking to.
Right. And
do it.
You're exactly right.
Do it.
I do work in a level 1 emergency, level 1 trauma center here locally in Greenville. But and I see lives change within the blink of an eye.
Yes.
I've seen births, I've seen sudden deaths, I've seen lives change forever. Parents losing their kids, so it's like you start to look at life differently.
I'm sure because I'm like, and I'm glad that you didn't break down, that you broke through, that journey because, like you said, everybody don't have that mindset when they receive news like that because they automatically start planning their funeral, instead of saying, what do I need to do? What need to happen next? Just so I can still be here. So, speaking on them terms, you said that that you started your own business and stuff.
Yes.
So, let's talk about that.
I've had a passion for real estate for some time. I was just doing it on a part-time basis prior to my cancer diagnosis. But once, I got through that and I said, let me figure out what I really want to do, what your passion, your purpose is in life. And that's when I realized, a lot of people get in real estate, to get rich. My goal is to get families into new homes, make them affordable. So right now, my business is Level Up, REINC. And I'm based out of Greenville. I have an office in Greenville, but I cover pretty much Craven, Pitt, Lenore, Wilson, within a good hour, Rocky Mount. So usually it's myself or it's a group of us. We acquire properties. Usually we're direct to seller, so if it's a homeowner and they want to sell their house, we're not agents. I'm not an agent. But they'll reach out to me. I go out to the home, just see, if it's a house that fit our model and see if we could, affordably acquire it and fix it up. So that way we could pass those savings along to the future homeowner, or sometimes I do, rent to own. And basically what I found out is that a lot of people have homes that need a ton of work. They don't have the money to put into the property. They don't understand the selling process. They've never sold a home. They may have only purchased one, but they've never sold one, so they don't know where to begin. I take that stress away from them. I make them pretty much a cash offer, me and one of my investment partners. We buy the house, we fix it up, or we rent it, or we sell it. And I got a few families now that are in the process of owning their own home. They may have moved into it as a rent to own. So they moved into it knowing that within 5 years they can purchase it. They don't have to worry about me trying to sell it to nobody else as long as they pay their rent. And work with them to get them approved through the credit union or through the VA or whoever they're using, and then it becomes their forever home. They're already in their forever home. Those are the type of solutions I like to provide for the community. It doesn't seem like work.
Wow.
I get paid for it. I don't even, it just doesn't feel like work. I'm not looking for the check.
Because it's a passion. And you know what, you guys, guess what? I bought one from her. And I didn't know until about 2 years of being here. And I was like, going through my paperwork. I was like,
that's me.
I said, I know her. And I remember calling her and saying, girl, do you know I bought this house from you?
Something.
That is something. And she probably didn't know who I was because my last name changed. When I was married in the past, but I was like, wow, But it took me 2 years to be here and say, you know what, I know this person I bought this house from, so and we still here. We love it here. But I think it's a great thing that you didn't let what was going on, or you didn't let your situation stop you from what you're doing now.
No.
You know, it didn't have a stunt growth. There was growth behind it. There was
Yeah.
results behind that.
Stubbornness, determination. I don't know which one you call it. But you know, something, it's like when you kid and someone tell you can't do something. I'm gonna show you. I'm about to do this.
I know, right?
Those
Those type of boxing gloves that I like,
Yeah.
too. Because
Yeah.
I'm constantly, waking up telling the enemy, you better check my resume.
Right.
You better check my resume real quick. You'll know who you dealing with.
I know that's right. You gotta speak those affirmations, and you gotta talk.
Oh, like that. What was that commercial that said you got to be quicker than that?
Yeah, you got. Is it?
I can't remember which one it was. I said that's me every day. Every time something happens, you got to be quicker than that.
Quicker than that. You gotta wake up
But,
early to get me.
So for someone who that do want to get into real estate and other things and stuff that you're doing, because y'all also flip houses and stuff too, right?
Yes.
What would be like a tidbit advice to give them if they want to start something like that?
I would say now more than ever, all of this information is free on YouTube. It's free. That's how I learned. I went on YouTube and I just started putting in how to flip houses.
Mm-hmm.
It's free. It just takes your time. It's no real shortcut. But if you're real passionate about it, it doesn't even feel like work. As far as you researching and studying.
Mm-hmm.
I did take a realtor class because I wanted to know the terminology,
Right.
jargon that's used, certain things. But I never pursued license because I knew I didn't want to be someone, just. I guess you end up working for your clients as far as picking them up, taking a look at houses. That's not me.
Right.
I really just had I don't even want them to know me. Just the house is available if they want it. It's a great deal. Work it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, YouTube. I know I've had a few people reach out to me personally. They may have been interested, or they may already have a house, or they're looking for some kind of financing options. I don't charge any fees. I just refer people out to the right place they need to go, and they take it from there. Because you can tell people everything, and they still may not follow through. It may not be their time. It may not be their calling. So,
Right.
I know for myself, I did get a coach after I got into real estate seriously. And that was a serious financial commitment.
Wow.
So if you're serious, you're ready to put your money out. Are you ready to sacrifice, save, do what you got to do?
And I think that's what any business does.
Yeah, that's what any business does. If it's your passion.
Sometimes get stuff free
It's no
just
fly
to
by
start
night.
receiving anything.
No
now,
fly by
so.
night business unless you can play and just music wise or something something like that. Maybe I don't know what's a fly by night, but real estate is not fly by night. So you're gonna have to put in some work.
It takes some building, y'all.
Yeah, some building.
Well, I'm so glad that you gave us some of your time to talk about your journey, dealing with your health stuff, and then also your journey of your business stuff that you're doing now. And again, you guys, we're gonna put more of her information up so you know how to look up if you're looking for a house or looking to sell your house or whatever you want to do that's concerning her services. We'll make that available for you guys. But thank you so much for coming, stopping by and doing this podcast.
Right.
So is there any last words you want to say before we cut it off?
Live with purpose.
I like that.
That's live with purpose.
Live with purpose.
Live with purpose. So many people don't have purpose.
That part.
You got purpose. It get you up. It give you a reason to get up and get going. So,
Live with purpose, y'all. And thank y'all so much for tuning into Embrace Life Podcast. And we're out. Hey, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Embrace Life. I am your host, your motivational strategist, Regina Harrell. And until next time, always remember, don't be the product of your environment, be the change. And I'm out.